The truth will set you free, but first it will piss you off. Welcome to today's Friday Masterclass. I hope you are having a great week so far and have some awesome plans for this weekend. But first, we're going to cover 3 harsh truths about fitness. Because truth is an awakening, and after every awakening there is progress, and it would be selfish of me not to share the last 10, 15 years of my outlook on fitness with you. If you're a beginner, if you're in it, if you've been in it for months, these are going to be incredibly valuable for you to know. See, when I was actually writing these out, these 3 harsh truths, I know all of these. But once I kind of wrote on them, once I did a wee bit of reflection on them, they actually sunk a wee bit deeper. They kind of reminded me, and sometimes you have the knowledge, but you just need to be reminded of it. And that's where the value is. And for me, these actually kind of benefited me in the sense that it just gave me that wee reminder of why I'm doing these things, how I've improved. And if you are someone that's relatively new to fitness, well, these are going to be a massive shortcut for you. These are going to give you so much value because you don't know these things yet. You've not been in long enough to have experienced these. And it's probably going to help you avoid some really common mistakes. So first off, your new life will cost you your old one. Incredibly grim, incredibly morbid sounding quote. But it is true. It's fair to assume you started your fitness journey in a position where you didn't like your body. You maybe weren't the healthiest. You maybe didn't have the best routine. You're maybe slightly lazy, right? And it's again fair to assume that the reason you were doing those habits was because you identified as someone that did those habits. You're slightly overweight, you overindulged, you identified as someone that enjoyed a wee pint at the weekend, maybe drank too much, maybe did all these bad habits because you saw yourself as someone that did that. But when you step into wanting to improve your fitness, your health, right, motivation is really high for the first week or two. You feel amazing. You are raring to go. You are excited to go. The prospect of your new life is just starting. But then that motivation dips off and it goes down. Or maybe something goes wrong within the first couple of weeks. And there's this resistance. It feels awkward. You're no longer motivated. You're no longer excited. You have to fucking just do it and it sucks. What is happening there is your brain is trying to pull you back to who you used to be. And a quote, another kind of morbid quote that I love is, people would rather stay in a familiar hell than step into an unfamiliar heaven, right? Because again, when you're stepping into that fitness, that new regime, your new workout program, your new way of eating, dropping off bad habits, right? You're stepping into a new identity. And your brain goes, wait, that's not us. We've not been living like that. For the last several years, we've not been doing this. We want to go back to what's comfortable. We want to go back to fucking relaxing on the couch with a Big Mac, right? Don't go to the gym. Stay in your phone. You know the couch is comfortable, but you don't like the gym. The gym's hard. Don't go meal prep. Just go and just eat. See, your brain tries to pull you back. Because it's what it knows. It's what it's known for a long time now, and it's the reason why you are where you are with your physique, with your health, all these things, right? So when you go to step into new habits, new routines, new thoughts even, your brain tries to pull you back. And that's why having an incredibly strong why really, really matters. Because you need to convince yourself that you don't want to be that old version of you. You don't want those old habits that got you into the shape that you're in, right? You almost need to be delusional with yourself that you have a goal, you have a why, and you will enjoy it. You will like it. You will love it and you'll embrace that change. You almost need to like fake it till you make it, right? Because if you fake it in your head, okay, I'm excited to go to the gym, let's get it. Even if you're not, right? You just tell yourself, let's go to the gym, it'll be good. I'll make some progress, I'll get a wee bit stronger. I'll get there, I'll listen to some good music. I'll feel good after it, right? That's gonna help you become delusional. And you have to be delusional. You have to fake it until you can then get the results from it. And once you've got the results from it, then you're bought in. But there's always going to be this pulling back. And you just have to convince yourself, remind yourself of your why you want it, what you have to do to get it, and that will pull you there. So like an example for me of this, right, is I've been in fitness for a wee while, so the fitness context doesn't really apply very well to me because when I first started, we're speaking years and years ago, so I can't overly relate to that. But what I can relate to is running a business, starting a business, right? When I first started running my business, I had to lean in to this version of me who ran an incredibly successful business. Even before the clients were there, even before I was making good money, I just had to lean into that, right? While doing my fitness, while going to the gym, while prepping, while working on my habits and working on myself, right? I had to act like that successful business owner before I had any results of it. I had to do all the hard things that come with running a business without yet any of the rewards, without the life I wanted, without reaching any of the goals, without the stability of income. I just had to keep on acting and not getting discouraged or not getting put off or not wanting to quit when something didn't work out, when I tried something and it failed, when I learned an incredibly hard lesson. All of that, I just had to keep on going through those setbacks. I just had to persist, acting like I was successful. And in doing so, I made a wee bit of progress, right? I'm getting closer to the life I want, right? So you have to act. And this is a more recent one for me in the last several years, right? Truth too. Some people will have to work harder than others. This is an unfortunate one. This one sucks. A lot of people struggle to adopt this and to find this to be true and struggle with this, right? And again, a quote, it's why comparison is the thief of joy and progress. Because when you compare yourself to someone that's maybe not working as hard as you, but they're seeing more results than you, it can really fuck you up. So some people just genuinely have to put in more work than others. It's not fair, but it is very real. So here's a couple of examples from my life about my fitness journey that's meant that I've had to work harder or impacted me in some way. So bodybuilding prep. When I was prepping for my bodybuilding show, my mate was also prepping for a bodybuilding show the week after, right? I am taller than him by nearly a foot. I am significantly heavier than him, right? But he was getting leaner than me, faster than me, eating more food than I was. And I was just thinking, what the fuck? I'm suffering so badly and he's barely doing anything and he's looking leaner than me. My girlfriend, Amy, genuinely, Amy builds muscle faster than anyone else I have ever seen grow muscle, right? Like anyone in the gym, anyone I've coached, any mates, any friends, and obviously, like genuinely, she grows fast muscle easier. Like if we increase the amount of sets or add another exercise in, she'll grow muscle there. And it's crazy, and she's not got any secrets or tricks. She just grows muscle easier than what most other people do, easier than me. HIIT workouts, right? I enjoy a HIIT workout, but they leave me wrecked for the rest of the day. Like I'm on the floor. If I don't eat higher calories on those days, I'm really tired. Whereas I know people, CrossFit people, that do HIIT workouts and they feel energized for the rest of the day. Right? I don't. And then this is a wee bit of a throwback to like 5-6 years ago when I was struggling with IBS, right? My goal was to build muscle, put on weight, put on size. But I was really suffering. And because I was really suffering with IBS, I don't want to give you details, but let's just say things were moving too fast. I couldn't absorb the calories that I needed to. So even though I was eating all this food, I was trying to eat good and hit protein and do it well. I wasn't absorbing calories and nutrients, i.e. protein. So I was really struggling to gain weight. Like really struggling to gain weight. And then obviously really struggling to gain muscle. So like I've had all of these. Like these are real life experiences for me, right? But outliers go both ways, right? So you're incredibly lucky people, like your Olympians, your Usain Bolts, your Chris Bumsteads of the world, right? They are incredibly rare, within a percentile of the planet. But the opposite is also true. The people that can't build muscle, the people that can't lose weight, all of these things, due to genetic reasons, are just as rare. So looking at it that way, you're not really at a disadvantage. Everyone has their own struggles in some way, but it really is, fitness is incredibly individual. You have to find out what works for you and compare yourself to no one else, and never get disheartened by comparison or seeing people making more progress than you or people doing less than you. At the end of the day, progress is progress. And if you've found a way to make it work, then you should be incredibly proud of that. You should celebrate that. We should all celebrate that. But fitness is an incredibly personal journey. What works for you probably won't work for your best mate, probably won't work for anyone else you know in the gym. You have to find a thing that works for you. It doesn't matter what that looks like, because progress is progress, and progress is fucking awesome, right? And 3, fitness constructs your entire life. It is the gateway to the best version of yourself. So let me start off with an example, but there are so many examples of the downstream effects of fitness. So if you've just started, or if you've been in it for a while, flashback to when you've started, right? So you say you're going to start going to the gym. You get a program from me, or you come up with your own program, and it says you have to go to the gym 4 times per week. Okay, sweet. Get to go to the gym 4 times per week. But then the domino effect kicks in. You realise that if you go to the gym 4 times per week and you go after work every single evening, you're not really going to have much personal time. You're not going to have downtime. You maybe don't have time to spend with your partner. So you go, okay, I'll start going to the gym in the morning, because then I can come home and I can chill out and I can relax and I can do what I want to do. But then you realise I'm going to have to get up at 5 or 6 a.m. And I don't want to feel tired all day. So I'm going to need to go to bed earlier. And then you go, okay, let's set a bedtime. Let's go to bed earlier. And in the process of doing that, you go, okay, well, I should probably get organised, because I'm going to have to get up and out the house quite early. So the night before, you work on your bedtime routine. You lay out your clothes, you lay out your food, so you can grab it and go. Quick breakfast, your lunch for work, right? And then you go, oh, if I'm going to bed earlier, I can't eat my dinner at the normal time, so I'm going to have to eat my dinner at an appropriate time and stop leaving it to so late. And then you start working on things like, okay, let's maybe, if I'm working on my sleep routine anyway, let's make sure I'm not on my phone so I'm getting a better night's sleep. Let's make sure I'm limiting screen time. Let's make sure that I'm actually winding down and switching off so I can actually fall asleep and I'm not just tossing and turning for hours. So, fitness doesn't just mean going to the gym. It genuinely is a self-discovery method. because you learn a crap ton about your life and a crap ton about the areas that you can improve your life through just one simple change. Like, there are so many more downstream effects to your workout routine than just that, right? Than the example I've given. But that's just one, right? And just one change of saying you're going to the gym has meant you eat at a better time, you go to bed early, you wake up earlier, you're more in routine, you're more disciplined, you're more organized. All of these things. And fitness is so multi-dimensional. Yes, it improves your physical health. Yes, it improves your physique. But then it also changes how you view yourself. It changes your energy levels throughout the day. It changes how you then show up to the world, how you interact with the people you care about. So the downstream effects to fitness are genuinely nearly endless. And I genuinely believe that fitness is the gateway to a better life because it makes you disciplined. It teaches you so many lessons about hard work, about discipline, about organization, and about yourself that you didn't even realize. So the takeaway from this is fitness doesn't just change your body. It builds a life of structure in every area of growth, starting with one change. That can then cascade into so many different places. So, fitness, for me, everything. There's lessons to be learned. But I was writing down a big list of fitness truths. And these were the most impactful for me. These were some of the things I had to realize, like number 2, people just have to work harder. That kind of sucks. But I know for a fact that my life is made because I found fitness early. And it taught me so many things about myself that I've then applied to relationships, to business, to all these other things about my life, right? And number 1 is I still have to remind myself that if I want to improve, if I want to go into a new identity, a new hobby, a new portion of business, a new area of improvement, then what it costs me is my old way of acting. So 3 fitness truths, boom, from the last 10 years of my life, 15 years of my life. I actually can't remember when I started now. I hope that helps. These are 3 really valuable things for me. And fitness is fucking awesome. It genuinely is. It does so much for you. And I hope you can stick at it long enough to get to experience all of these. Because I have reaped the benefit of so many things just from fitness. So, peace out. Have a phenomenal rest of your day. Have a phenomenal weekend. Or whatever day you're watching this. I hope it's a fucking good one. Right? Peace out. Keep on grinding. Keep on going. Remember, get your workouts in. Get your steps in. Eat your goddamn macros and your calories. Keep on crushing it, legend. I appreciate you.